maybe the pain you're feeling right now isn't here to destroy you. Maybe it arrived because a version of you is ending. And deep down, even if you can't explain it, you already feel it happening. The late nights feel heavier. Conversations feel emptier. The things that once distracted you no longer work. You smile around people, but something inside you feels distant, tired, almost unrecognizable. It feels like you're losing yourself. But what if you're not losing yourself at all? What if your old life is quietly falling away because your soul can no longer survive inside it? There are some seasons in life that don't look dramatic from the outside. No explosions, no public breakdowns, no visible collapse. But inside you, everything changes. The person you used to be slowly disappears. The version of you that tolerated disrespect, that stayed silent to keep peace, that ignored intuition, that begged for love, begins to die quietly. And that kind of pain is confusing because nobody around you can fully see it. They only notice that you've become quieter, more distant, more tired. But they don't understand that some endings happen inside you first. Sometimes the universe changes people quietly, not through sudden miracles, but through exhaustion, through disappointment, through nights where you stare at the ceiling, wondering why nothing feels the same anymore. You stop recognizing your own emotions. Even the people you once loved deeply start feeling emotionally far away. And it scares you because you miss the old version of yourself, the happier version, the lighter version. But transformation often feels like loss before it feels like growth. Not every painful season is punishment. Some pain is preparation. Some loneliness is protection. Some endings are spiritual surgery. Life has a strange way of removing what can no longer grow with you. And the hardest part is, it rarely asks for permission first. It just starts taking things. People drift away. Old dreams stop exciting you. Places begin to feel emotionally cold. You try to go back to who you used to be, but it no longer fits. It feels uncomfortable wearing an identity your soul has already outgrown. That's why so many people feel emotionally exhausted during transformation, because becoming someone new is not peaceful in the beginning. It feels like grief. You grieve old friendships, old routines, old versions of yourself. You grieve the innocence you had before life hardened you. You grieve the person who kept trying, even when nobody appreciated their effort. And sometimes you grieve people who are still alive because emotionally they already left your world a long time ago. There's a kind of loneliness that only deeply changing people understand. It's the loneliness of becoming emotionally awake while the rest of the world keeps pretending. You begin noticing things you ignored before: fake energy, forced conversations, empty connections. You stop feeling at home in places where you once belonged. And suddenly, your nights become louder than your days, because during the day, distractions protect you. But at night, the truth returns. The truth that something inside you is ending. Some pain is the death of your old self. And the strange thing about spiritual rebirth is that it rarely feels beautiful at first. Movies make transformation look inspiring. Real transformation feels heavy. It feels like confusion, isolation, emotional numbness. You question yourself constantly. You wonder if you're becoming cold, detached, broken. But maybe your soul is simply tired of surviving in environments that slowly destroy your spirit. Maybe your heart is no longer willing to settle for half love, fake peace, and emotional survival mode. The universe has a way of breaking emotional patterns. by first breaking emotional comfort. That's why painful transitions often arrive with chaos. Your inner world starts rejecting what once felt normal, and suddenly you crave silence more than attention, peace more than validation, depth more than popularity. You stop chasing people who cannot meet you emotionally. You stop forcing connections that drain your spirit. And yes, it hurts, because healing often requires separation from what once felt familiar. There are moments during these seasons where you truly believe you are falling apart. You wake up tired. Your heart feels heavy for no reason. You disconnect from people because explaining your emotions feels impossible. And maybe nobody notices how much strength it takes for you to continue functioning while your inner world is changing completely. But invisible transformation is still transformation. Just because nobody applauds your healing doesn't mean it isn't happening. Sometimes your soul outgrows your life before your life changes physically. That's why you feel disconnected before anything actually ends. Spiritually, emotionally, mentally, you already know a chapter is closing, even if you haven't accepted it yet, even if you keep trying to hold on to what's fading. But life keeps whispering the same message through your exhaustion. This version of you cannot continue forever, and maybe that realization hurts because your old self protected you for a long time. The people pleaser protected you. The overthinker protected you. The emotionally available version of you protected you. But survival versions of ourselves are not meant to live forever. At some point, healing demands evolution. At some point, your soul asks you to stop shrinking, just to remain loved. The truth is, some of the darkest seasons in your life are not there to ruin you. They are there to introduce you to someone new hiding underneath your pain, someone wiser, softer, stronger, someone who finally understands that peace is more important than pretending, someone who no longer abandons themselves, trying to save everyone else. And maybe tonight, while you're sitting alone with your thoughts, feeling emotionally tired and unsure about who you're becoming, this is your reminder that not all destruction is bad. Forests burn so new life can grow. Stars collapse before they become something brighter. And people sometimes break emotionally because their soul can no longer live inside the life they've outgrown. So if your heart has been feeling heavy lately, if your old identity feels like it's disappearing, if life feels strangely empty and transformative at the same time, maybe you are not failing. Maybe you are becoming. Maybe the pain is not the end of your story. Maybe it is the end of the version of you that was never truly allowed to live.